Hello, my name is Miss Alexander, and today I've provided you with a four-step process to solving quadratic equations. If you're having trouble solving quadratic equations, please follow the following video closely. Step 1 is probably the most important step. This is where we need to make sure our quadratic equation is in standard form. Now remember that standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Once we do this, we can identify our coefficients a, b, and c that will be used in our quadratic formula. Let's work with an example. We have the equation 3x squared minus 9x equals negative 4. In order to get that in standard form, we would need to add the 4 to both sides. You can see that that's been done here for us. We now have that 0 on the right-hand side. You can clearly see that the coefficients are a equals 3, b equals negative 9, and c equals 4. Step 2 is where the good old quadratic formula comes into play. It is here where we'll use those coefficients a, b, and c for the formula. Now remember that the quadratic formula is x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. Going back to our example, we've plugged in our b here, our a and c, and our a on the bottom. Step 3 is where we get to simplify. Now remember that when you're simplifying any equation that you need to remember the order of operations. Those are parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Going back to our example, we have the opposite of b, which is the opposite of negative 9. Negative 9 squared minus 4 times 3 times 4, all divided by 2 times 3. This can then be simplified to positive 9 plus or minus the square root of 81 minus 48, all divided by 6. And that can be further simplified to 9 plus or minus the square root of 33 divided by 6. Now we can see what x is equal to and use our calculator to find approximations. Remember to break it into two subparts for the plus and minus. One will be addition and one will be subtraction. From the addition part, we get x is approximately 2.46. And from the subtraction, we get x is approximately equal to 0.54. Step 4 is the final step, and this is where we can check our answers. Remember that our goal in the beginning was to find values for x that make our quadratic equation equal to 0. Working back from our example, we had x is approximately 2.46. We plug that into our equation, and sure enough, we get 0. Plug in our other value, x is 0.54. Sure enough, we get 0. If you follow these steps to solving quadratic equations, you'll be on your way.